Well, good evening. I'm Kelly, aka K2, and this is K2 Garden Adventure, my channel dedicated to me building my dream garden and farms here on the beautiful central coast of California, Zone 9B. So I've got a little bit of time before the sun disappears completely. And so just sort of a simple thing, but I wanted to show you what I'm going to try to get done this evening. So over here on the west side of the property, I've got the brand new tropical orchard, which has 7 citrus trees, 8 avocado varieties here in the back, 8 mango varieties up front, a loquat, and 3 cherimoya trees. And that's the, what is that, the southwest corner of the property. And over here, on the front of the property, this is where you have the woodland gardens and the this particular area I call Cedar Grove. You have sort of a front container garden that's way up there, and the succulent garden that runs along the front. You've got the hydrangea beds over here. This is a new patio that I put on the side of the house when I moved here last year, and I've got 4 different kinds of honeysuckle. The last video I just dropped was redoing or replanting some stuff here in the raised bed in the vegetable gardens. We've got fuchsia falls over there with lots of fuchsias, and the backyard back there you can see some of the formal rose garden area. Over here is the garden shed that I painted to match the house and everything, and I transplanted, or I found this dying ficus tree or weeping fig. It was actually in it was in a really bad shape. It was pretty much dead on the front porch of the property, stuck in a big terracotta pot. So I moved it back here where it can get some, be happy in the shade. And it appears to be loving life right there. But I have this big hedge, which is nice privacy from the neighbor. And I've got this very, very productive Hachia persimmon tree. And these are the pointy bottom persimmons that I guess are better for cooking. They're a little more tart. And then this beautiful maytan tree that's right here. But I've got this area all along here that I don't really know what to do with yet. It's a shade area, but I thought, it's a very visible area, and it just doesn't have anything. I've even got some junk that I need to move out of the way there. But with everybody having their big end of year sales on plants and everything, and I saw a video on there's a new hydrangea out called Let's Dance Skyview. And it's a reblooming or remontant variety of hydrangea. I believe I actually have one here in the hydrangea beds. Well, that's Let's Dance Can Do. Wow, look at that beautiful, beautiful pink. Yeah, so this is a Let's Dance Skyview right here. And it is actually a hybrid between a macrophylla and a serrata, or a mountain or lace cap hydrangea. So at any rate, it is one of those ones that is supposed to be pink or blue depending on the acidity of the soil. So I've actually added quite a bit of acidifier, both liquid and granular, on all these macrophylla and serrata hydrangeas up here in the hydrangea beds. But you can see none of it's worked because the soil here is so alkaline from years of hard water buildup. So they come in these gorgeous shades of pinks and reds, but I was really looking forward to some Smurfy blue hydrangeas, and even hydrangeas that I purchased that were blue I planted some very blue ones over here. Oh my goodness. Look, I just put some more acidifier and that is actually coming in blue. My goodness. Did I finally add enough? There wasn't enough on this one. It still came in pink. Although I have some maybe a blue in the center. That's pretty wild. And here's the other one over here. I guess it is coming in maybe a little more purple. So these are reblooms for this year. These are just some, generic Home Depot hydrangeas. But it looks like I might have got just enough acidifier that it's starting to make an impact. I will hit all three of these with some more because I didn't want any pink here in the Cedar Grove garden. I wanted it all to be like cool colors, almost like a moon garden where it's just whites and blues and maybe a purple. So anyways, having said all that, wow, that is a really beautiful firelight tidbit. That firelight tidbits line the front walkway along with some white sun patiens. Anyways, the whole point of this video is I ordered 10 Let's Dance Skyviews. I've got 5 of them here, and then 5 more just came in the mail today. Here we go. You can see them here. So the plan is, while I figure out what to sort of permanently plant over in this little side garden area, it is a shady garden area, I thought, how perfect would it be if I planted 10 Let's Dance Skyviews all in a row along the front edge, but in containers where the soil isn't already heavily alkaline, and I can add acidifier. And how cool would that be to have a beautiful row of 10 very beautiful blue Let's Dance Skyview hydrangeas, and I can always plant them in here next year or do whatever I want with them. But in the meantime, I just wanted to do something along the side here, and I think that's going to look really, really good. And it's low commitment because I can still do whatever I want, and then I'll clean up that stuff down there. So anyways, I'm wasting what little daylight I have left, and so I am going to get to working on potting up these 10 Let's Dance Skyviews and adding a bunch of acidifier. I ordered some aluminum sulfate, so I'm going to mix that in as well. I was reading something that even getting the organic acidifier, really need to mix that with some aluminum sulfate as well, which is something I hadn't heard, but that could be why it wasn't really all that that Espoma soil acidifier wasn't really doing much of anything because I wasn't adding the aluminum sulfate with it. So anyways, don't know if that's true. I didn't, like I said, heard that on a pretty reputable video source, so we'll see about that. Yeah, I'm still talking and not planning. All right, see you in a little bit with some progress. Well, good morning. It's Kelly again, and just wanted to give you an update. I finished planting all 10 of these Let's Dance Skyview hydrangeas from Proven Winners last night. Now this is just a rough estimation of what this is going to look like. Next weekend, I'm gonna have the guys come and actually set those pavers in place, and we'll clean out this back area and get a bunch of mulch back in here. So this area should look nice. I'm gonna keep it blank for a while I finish up other things, but again, with those sales on all the hydrangeas, and with macrophyllus, at least last year, the macrophyllus never stopped blooming and growing even during the winter. I figured that was a great time to get this set up, and I used a cup of aluminum sulfate in each of those, so there should be plenty of acidity in all of those. And so I'm hoping that using some planting these hydrangeas in containers, I'll actually be able to get some beautiful blue blooms here in a couple of months if they decide to bloom in the winter, or early next spring. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this little quick video. Got a whole bunch of stuff that I'm hoping to get done today on a Saturday when I don't have to work. So be on the lookout for future videos. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Help me build this community and get to 500 subscribers. And if you have suggestions on what to plant back here in this sort of side shade garden area, please leave that down in a comment, or comment on anything. I respond to all comments. Like I said, it's one of the few blank slates I have left on the property. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on what to put over there. And most importantly, until the next video, you have yourself an absolutely wonderful day and happy gardening. We'll finish up here on the formal rose garden.